got some pretty wild and disturbing news that happened in Colorado. So three men and a woman, get this, they were arrested on drug and illegal weapon charges at a downtown Denver hotel, which is called the Maven Hotel, which is a block away from Coors Field, which, by the way, is the home of the 2021 All-Star Game in the Home Run Derby, and all the other festive stuff for the Midsummer Classic. Um, and they were arrested. And get this, Mar, I actually have a photo that describes what they had. They had found 16 guns, 1,000+ rounds of ammo, and body armor was found in that room they were arrested in, which is absolutely insane. It was they were also with suspicion of terrorism. However, the FBI says the people arrested there didn't pose an threat to the All-Star Game or related festives, which I find pretty interesting, but it is what it is, you know. So they were arrested, Mario. They were all in their 40s, by the way. Um, and yeah, this is just some pretty crazy news. So the Denver Police Department did not release details about the evidence. And the FBI has a quote on this. They said, and I quote, "We have no reason to believe this incident was considered connected to terrorism or a threat directed at the All-Star Game. We are not aware of any threat to the All-Star Game events, venues, players, or the community at this time." Um, and yeah, this is just some pretty crazy news, Mario. And I have a quote from uh Denver Police Chief Paul Payson. He says, and I quote, "We don't know what we don't know. That's what the investigation is all about. We need to identify exactly to the extent possible why the individuals were here in the first place. By the proximity to downtown, we don't have those answers." Um and yeah, I look at this, Mario. Let me start off with this first, okay? Because I actually heard about this and I thought it was fake at first, but I guess it's I'll obviously over the weekend that was proven wrong. Well, I'll start off with this first, but before I do, this article was written by ESPN News Services. I don't care if you don't suspect terrorism, if there isn't any terrorism here, okay? On my advice, secure this place at all costs. If it means to put snipers on the roof of nearby buildings, then do it. I'm being serious. I would go that far. Let me explain something to you, okay? Let me trace back to 2017, okay? The Las Vegas shooting. That man was in a hotel that was like 60, 70 stories high, shot people from all the way up top with a sniper rifle. Nah, it doesn't say exactly what floor it was on, but I mean, if it was on the top floor, if it means to put snipers on the roof of buildings to make sure that these people stay safe, then do it. And the scariest part about terrorists, Mario, is they blend in with us. So like, I'm not saying that you are a terrorist, but you could be a terrorist, right? You know what I mean? Like, it's so scary because you blend in with us. The person next to you could be a terrorist and wouldn't even know. And what I'm trying to say is that that damn terrorist could walk into the damn building and be a terrorist. Now, obviously, that's not going to happen if you're gonna up security. You know, you can't bring those kind of stuff in the stadium. So obviously, that's not possible. But outside of the stadium, it's definitely possible. That's why I'm saying secure the location at all costs, even if it means to put snipers on top of buildings. Do it. Do it. I don't care as long as these people are safe and secure. That's all I care about. I don't care how over the top I go. As long as I know that these people are going to be safe, secure the place. I don't care if you don't think it poses a threat or not. If I find 16 guns, a 1,000+ rounds of ammo, and a body armor found in one hotel room, I'm worried. I'm worried. You kidding me? And especially at an event like this, where you don't expect something like this to happen. You know what I mean? Now the people that worked at the hotel, the maids, they actually found the body armor, which is how they ended up getting arrested to begin with. So salute to them. The mayor of Denver actually reached out to them, and they gave his round of applause and stuff like that. So honestly, Mario, my advice to the police, if to the FBI, maybe I'm not sure if they're gonna get involved in this any further, but my advice is up the security as much as you can. That's the best thing you can do, whether you're suspecting terrorism or not. Up the security, anyways. Which is probably already something they're going to end up doing regardless. But in a situation like this, I'm sorry, Mario, but if I find that kind of stuff in one hotel room with four different people, not only with the guns but with drugs, I'm sorry, but there's something going on here. there's something going on here. That's just what I'm suspecting. But again, I could be wrong and they could be right. You never know. But if I'm the MLB, if I'm the surrounding police forces and all that, I'm up in the security as much as I can. That's just what I'm doing, especially if I'm the police chief or whatnot. So, with that being said, to everybody competing in the Midsummer Classic Festives, I wish you guys the best of luck. To anybody going to Coors Field these next couple of days, be careful out there. Be easy out there. You feel me? It's crazy stuff going on right now. You feel me? So, best of luck to everybody going there, and we'll see what happens. I'll pass on to you.
Yeah, you know what, Nate? Like, I mean, I completely agree. Obviously, first of all, let's explain something. So this hotel was a block away from the field. That's number one. Okay, it had a balcony view where you could see downtown. Okay, like that's number two right there. And the amount of stuff that they have found in that hotel, especially the amount of weapons, the amount of ammo, something wasn't good. Okay, that's probably the most. That's probably like the favorited response right there. Something was not. Is some They were doing something that they weren't supposed to do. Simple as that. There's like, I never really heard of anybody who has probably 16 long guns, body armor, and more than 1,000 rounds of ammunition, and is deciding to do something completely safe. So yeah, I completely agree with you. Put it this way, okay? As for snipers being on the roof, I'm not so okay. I'm not gonna say anything about that, but I will say this, okay? Do whatever you can to make sure that this field is completely secured. I'm gonna leave it at that. Take that the way you want it, but that's my advice to everybody is to the security. Okay, make sure you have as much security as you can to protect this field. All right, because now considering the fact that that is the home of the All-Star Game this year, of the Home Run Derby this year, it is a target place. If these people were deciding to do something bad, it is a target place. Could they have been going to that place? Maybe, maybe not. We don't know, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Okay. This isn't something that you can go nonchalant on and decide to like keep everything the same since these people have been caught. That's not the way it works. The other thing about terrorist groups that I gotta mention, Nate, is okay, you found 4 people here, right? If these people are being suspected of being terrorists, okay, don't you think they got more than 4 people? That's number one. Number two, now I'm not saying they are terrorists, okay? But regardless, you're still acting, okay? This isn't a good look. Okay. You don't know how many people were involved in this. Okay. You just don't. So make sure you have high security on this field. Okay. From today, the All-Star Game, and whatever it might be, make sure you have high security on this field. But overall, Nate, like this is some very shocking news to discover. 16 long guns, body armor, more than 1,000 rounds of ammunition. This is absolutely ridiculous.
Like, what do you need those guns?
Exactly.
And like I mentioned about how like terrorists blend in, look no further than the Boston Marathon bombings with the Tsarnaev brothers. How do you think they were able to pull that off? Because they blend in, and that's like I said, that's the scariest part about all these terrorist attacks that has happened in the last decade. You look at all of them, and one thing they have in common, especially with guys like all the school shootings that's happening, all like I said, the Boston Marathon bombing, the Las Vegas shooting a couple years ago. One thing that a lot of these guys have in common is that they look like the person right next to them. And the scariest part about it is that you don't expect him to pull out a gun and shoot somebody. That's the scariest part about it.
Right. And this little part of the article is very, very interesting right here. Richard Platt, Gabriel Rodriguez, Ricardo Rodriguez, all were arrested on the investigation of possession of a weapon by a previous offender. Platt and Gabriel Rodriguez also faced charges of possession of a controlled substance with the intent to distribute. And then this name that I have no clue how to pronounce, Kenowalua Sarikawa, 43, was arrested on investigation of possession of a controlled substance with the intent to distribute. Okay, now maybe, they're involved in, now it could be this, Nate, okay? Maybe they're involved in some sketchy distribution, selling of certain drugs or certain substances they're not supposed to be selling, and that's probably their enforcer right there. All those guys, that could be a possibility too. We don't know, but regardless, I'm not taking no chance. Okay, make sure this place is as secure as possible. One more thing, okay? A lot of news has been going on. Okay, especially recently, especially in recent times. A lot of there's been a lot of controversial things regarding like policemen and everything like that. But I'm gonna be honest with you, Nate. I was never a fan of really cutting off the police. To Denver Police Department, salute to you. Okay, like because think about it. Without them, Nate, who knows what would have happened? Okay, so to Denver Police Department, salute you. Okay, not every cop is a bad cop. I want people to realize that right now. There are good policemen out there. It's just bad
Absolutely.
apples ruin it for everybody else. Okay, but overall, salute to Denver Police Department. They absolutely did an amazing job finding that body armor, and they absolutely did an amazing job stopping this situation, or stopping at least those 4 people as we know of right now. You know, if there's any information or any news update on if they found anything new regarding, or if they found anybody else connected to the whole situation, then we will definitely give you a story on that. But they said this wasn't, according to the FBI, they have no reason to believe this incident was connected by terrorism or threat directed at the All-Star Game. Regardless, still put security on this field. Okay, maybe they weren't terrorists. You know, maybe who knows what they were doing with that. Could have been just some sketchy behavior, but regardless, I do not want to take a chance while the All-Star Game is here and while some of the greatest baseball players right now are in that field. I do not want to take a chance. So with that being said, up the security. I don't care. It's better to be safe than sorry, but up that security. But with that being said, you know, to everybody, to all the players in the All-Star Game, to everybody at the All-Star Game, you know, be careful, be safe. Best of luck to you guys. You know, to all the fans, you know, I hope you guys have a lot of fun there, but still be careful, be aware of the whole situation, you know. And to the police department in Denver, you know, credit to you guys, salute to you guys. You guys did an amazing job, especially the FBI.